Paolo, what does a win feel like to this group? Is it relief of stress? Is it post-like in the locker room?
Yeah, it feels good to get the win. Thought we played well. We just got to come back out and repeat it. You know, I don't think anybody was too happy or too excited. You know we got a game on, was it Friday? Yeah, so come out, repeat, see what we did wrong. Thought we did a lot of stuff well, and just come out with energy next game.
What do you feel like seemed to click right today that maybe didn't in the last couple of games as you guys were kind of beginning to come out of this?
I thought we played good defense. Thought we withstood their runs. And yeah, we just stayed together and were able to, like I said, withstand those runs that they made and continue to find good shots.
For you, you get 4 offensive boards. How, and just 10 in general, but how important is it to be able to physically impose your will on the glass and then also create those second chance opportunities for your team?
Yeah. I think it's something I've tried to improve at over the course of my career, especially coming into this year, is just being active on the glass, offensive glass. Something I know I can do at a high level, and just if I'm able to create extra opportunities or come up with big rebounds, I'm gonna try to do it. Just position myself, crash the glass.
We talked the last few days about how to not let poor shooting nights affect your confidence. Do you feel like in that second half you had that mindset that, regardless of what happened in the last few games, you guys were still going to come out and knock down those open shots?
Yeah, no, I thought we just had a good, demeanor about our team, as a collective the whole game. As for myself, I wanted to come out and have a big second half. I think the team just came out with great energy, and I think we were the aggressors.
Paolo, there's been some national noise about your relationship with Jamal Mosley. Obviously you guys have talked about the frustration during this throughout the season and this losing streak. Just what is your relationship like with him, and how does he help you guys?
Yeah, he helps us a lot. He's helped me a lot, and we have a lot of open communication. I wouldn't say, whatever those reports are, I wouldn't say those are true, in my opinion. I think, one thing I know about myself and one thing I know about him is that we're both fierce competitors. And so when you're losing a lot of games and stuff's not going well, people are upset. And, me and him haven't had any blow-ups or arguments or going back and forth. Me and him are pretty aligned with, when we talk to each other, trying to figure stuff out. Now, that's not saying when we lose 4 or 5 in a row that I'm not pissed off, he's not pissed off. But in terms of our relationship, I think it's been good since I've gotten here, and obviously as a team we need to keep improving, and I've been vocal about that, and he understands that, we all understand that. So I don't think anything that I've said or he said isn't already known in terms of the team and the organization. So those reports, I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know if you guys are putting that out, or, you know what I'm saying? So if it's not you guys, who could that be coming from? So it is what it is, but I think winning cures all. So the more we win, the more quiet those reports will be.
Kind of on that point, just how have you been trying to get the team to kind of come out of this funk and maybe be a leader, either leading by example, leading by voice to help kind of push this team to that next level? And how have you maybe reflected on what you need to do, or what you may still be learning how to do as a young player in this league?
Yeah, I think just every year of my career, I've tried to improve on my leadership. I've always been a big lead by example guy, but I think since I've been a pro, becoming more of a vocal leader, something I've tried to focus on. And so that's something that I've tried to focus on this year, and that's something I've had to remind myself of in these tough moments throughout the season. My voice still has to be there. Obviously my play has to be there in terms of playing at a high level, and it's just a learning experience as you go, but I understand that for us to be at our best, I got to be at my best. And so that's my mentality, and that's what I'm thinking every night. For us to win, I don't have to score 30 every night, but I know I got to be at my best, whatever that looks like. So,
To piggyback off of that, tonight you had a really impactful second half, and with the starters obviously not being as impactful in the first compared to the second, how do you feel about being able to kind of be this model of consistency, and just every time you're on the floor, you kind of are like this stabilizing presence for your teammates as they can always rely on you?
Yeah, I take pride in that, and that's something that, you know, my teammates remind me of. You know, even earlier in the season, coming off injury when I wasn't playing as well, you know, I didn't feel like myself. You know, they kept reminding me, like, hey, we're riding with you. You know, when you're out there, you know, we want you to be you. And so, obviously now, just coming in every night and letting my presence be felt. You know, in the first half, I was really frustrated with myself. Felt like I didn't play well at all. And so I came out in that second half, you know, a little pissed off, and just wanted to, you know, come out and bring the energy and you know, pick my defense up, pick my rebounding up. The scoring was going to come. So that's something that every night, you know, I got to be able to bring to the table for this team.
Great. Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it, Paul.